I know you want to see that last part. I know you want to see the last part. And that's all. So, yesterday, we had...
Hi guys, welcome to Lucky Stove. I'm Danielle, and today we're going to figure out what to do with our leftover courgette. Did I say courgette? I meant zucchini. Watch what we do with this, because if you're like me, you make zucchini pasta, right? I mean, if you're on a keto diet, you don't want to make pasta from, I don't know, XYZ. I mean, sometimes I go into the extras of making pasta, but sometimes I just want something really easy. Get your courgette, your zucchini, rasp it, flour. So, what do you do with your leftovers? I'll show you what to do with it. Follow me. Alright, so we're going to take our leftover zucchini. We're going to dice them. Okay? Because we're going to make fake apple crumbler. Yeah, fake apple crumble. I just thought about it when I said it. It sounds so funny. So, I've got my all-purpose mix here. I'll show you that in a minute. I'll explain to you what's in there. So we're just going to chop it up in pretty good pieces. Because don't forget, with zucchini, it cooks fast. And you still want to bite. So I'm going to dice these up. You see what I'm doing here. I cut all the ends off here. I do have this leftover zucchini that I did not shred. So for this, I'm going to leave the skin on because texture is good. So we're leaving this on so that way you can have something to chew on. You don't, like I said, you don't want the zucchini too soft. So, okay, so we've got all of our zucchini sliced. And now we're just going to weigh it to see how much there is. Okay, so my bowl is too small, so I had to get a bigger one. So here we go. If you work with a clean surface, you can use the things that you drop. But if you don't, then you're out of luck. Actually, work with a clean surface, you don't have to worry about that. But I know how some of you guys are, cooking on dirty surfaces. I know. So, let me see here. The leftover zucchini and the one with the half that wasn't necessarily leftover, but it had to be cooked, is 404. Okay, so with our fake apple cobbler, 404 grams. So we're going to make our fake apple crumble using my all-purpose flour mixture that I came up with. I mean, I'm pretty sure I didn't reinvent the wheel or anything, but I came up with this myself. I worked on it. This you can use for pancake mix. You can use this for 90-second bread in the microwave. It's good for what ails you. If you need a bread, use it. It's not super sweet, so you can use it and then adjust accordingly. So we're going to use this as our crumble. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put some butter to the side, and then we're going to brown some butter. Okay, so I'm just going to divide this. This is going to be for the crumble, and honestly, this is too much. Really, you don't need that much because, right, okay, look, if you put too much, then it's not really crumbly, is it? It's not, just so if you didn't know. If you put too much butter, it's not crumbly because then all of the dough would be saturated. All the mix would be completely saturated, so it wouldn't be crumbly. And that's what we want, a crumble. So instead of all of that I sliced up, I'm even going to separate some more. And that's 8 grams. I may adjust it, 7 grams now. I may adjust it to 10, but I'm at least going to separate that to the side. We're going to go to the stove, and we're going to brown some butter to give it a caramelized flavor to the fake apples. Okay? Follow me. Okay, so now we are going to brown the butter. I'm going to start, I would say 50 grams, because we want all of the zucchini to be able to get coated. That's the whole point. We're going to brown our butter, and we'll go from there. This is less than 50 grams. You can see here by the markings here, 150, 200. It kind of works that way. Okay. So I'm gonna add another, because this pot is big enough, right? You saw how much, I'm gonna add 100 grams. There we go. See, that settles that right there. So here's 100 grams of butter that I'm gonna brown. And I'm gonna just let it get nice and toasty with brown flecks and everything. If you remember watching my caramel video, you saw how I did that. The caramel, or example number 2. Oh, did I show you the condensed milk? I'm not sure. In any case, I'm gonna go ahead and brown these. If you go by the caramel video that I showed you, you'll know just to have it on a medium-low heat. Let it get all brown with flecks, and then the whole point is to brown the butter. It's not something that's very technical, but you have to pay attention because you don't want it to burn. Burnt butter, brown butter. Burnt butter, brown butter. See? Burnt, brown. There's a difference. See? Did you feel it? I felt it all over my face for some reason. Okay, so once it's done being brown, I'll come back to you and I'll show you the next steps. Alright, if you can see here, the butter has become brown. I'm going to go ahead and add, this has been like maybe 1 to 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add my zucchini, my fake apples. Here we go. So, and then I'm going to stir these. You don't let them go for too long because then they're going to be like soggy. That's not the point of it. I would say let them go no more than a minute. Okay? That's for reals. You don't want to let them go too long. You just want them to get coated in the butter and get a little bit softer. And then you also want to add some seasoning to this, but you'll do that after the fact. What we are going to add, though, is some powdered erythritol. Okay, you can buy the powdered erythritol. This was a powdered sugar from way back in the day container that when we used to use regular sugar, that I said, well, shoot, why waste it? Look at this. This is perfect. It has all the little knobs and things or whatever that I want. So why am I going to throw it away? I'm going to use it because I am a recycler. I am a reusable. I reuse things. Yay! Okay, so we're gonna do this. Sprinkle some. This is gonna have to be to your level of sweetness, folks. But I would say at least a tablespoon. Don't think that you're gonna have something delicious without at least a tablespoon of powdered erythritol. And why is it powdered? Because we did not melt the sweetener in with the butter. So this is one way to get the sweetener to incorporate without having to worry about granules, because you have to let erythritol cook for a long time before that sucker melts. So let me add just a little bit more, and then I'm going to add one, and then I'll get off the heat, and then I'll add the rest. I know it looks like a lot, right? But as you can see, not much is coming out. That's the downside also of a sprinkler. I could use the big hole, but then I won't have any control. There we go. That's about 2 tablespoons of powdered erythritol. Alright, so we're going to mix that in. And let it go. Let it go. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, and the last step, I'm going to add some lemon juice. A squirt of lemon juice to give it that tangy flavor. I always have bottled lemon juice because we use this instead of I don't know, Kool-Aid. So here we go. That's like 1 teaspoon. And another. Do it to your taste, folks. Do it to your taste. But you want a little bit of zing now. These look pretty good. Like I said, I'm not going to let them go too long, so I'm turning it off now. Alright, see you back at the workstation. Alright, so I'm going to taste it because you saw I added 2 approximate tablespoons of erythritol, so. Now, for those of you with very, very refined keto taste buds, this might be sweet enough for you. I'm not refined. I need more sweetener. So, I'm going to add some more. And then, so here we go. So 1 tablespoon. If you guys are not big on erythritol, you can use liquid stevia drops. I won't be mad at you. And I'm pretty sure your family won't either. Maybe. So I'm going to mix this together. But you see how nice it is when you have it all in powdered form? Because then you can just mix it. Now, some would probably be yelling at me right now. Add xanthan gum. It'll thicken it up. I'm thinking about it. But I'm most likely not gonna. Let me taste this. Just to get on your nerves. Yeah. Okay. The question is, does it taste like apples? No. So, I have this speculoos. This is a mix for cookies. Mix for cookies. I just translated. See, I'm your Google Translate. Mix for cook and speculoos. Speculoos is actually a really good cookie that you get during Christmas time, and it's so good. But the seasoning is something that you can do at home. It's very easy. Let me tell you about it. In this is specializing caneel. That's oh my gosh, caneel.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Oh my word, the cinnamon. Okay, caneel, cinnamon, coriander. That is coriander. Nootmuskaat. That is nutmeg. Kruidnagel. That's cloves. Gember. Guess what that is? Ginger. Cardamom. Sinaasappelschillen. That just means a grated orange zest. Okay? Or rather orange zest. So all of that is in here. I'm pretty sure they dehydrated, because you know you don't see any orange zest in there, right? I'm pretty sure they dehydrated it and then they ground it up, so now it's a powder. But if you smell this, oh, it smells like Thanksgiving! Sorry. This is August, man. August, September, October, November. 3 more months. So back to what's at hand. I may add a little bit of xanthan gum. I'm gonna add a half a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and then I'm gonna add my mix for cook. All right, got my xanthan gum. A little less than half a teaspoon. Sprinkle, because it gets thick. This is our solution to cornstarch, or our solution to adding a tablespoon or whatever amount of spoons of flour. So we're mixing this up. We're not going to add all the juices. I almost got away with not adding. Oh, I'm going to have to get my producer for that. She didn't even tell me anything. Alright, so half a teaspoon, one. We're going to start with half a teaspoon, because I like it really well seasoned. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. Okay. Now, taste test. Needs more lemon juice. We used 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. We're going to use another teaspoon. And another. Okay, well then, not another. So that's going on 3 teaspoons. You gotta do it to your taste, you guys. After I give you the basics, you're gonna have to do it to your taste. Maybe you don't want a kind of sour, but I'm thinking of Granny Smith's. So, you gotta work with that. Now, another taste test. Oh my gosh, she's double dipping into this. This is my house. This is my pot. You're not eating from here. I am. Alright, that's it. No more. Okay, so I'm gonna dump this in. Oh, wait, I should probably oil this first. I'm going to butter this up. I know. Ew, it's my house. My house. Don't do this at your house. It's okay. Get a paper towel and do it. It's alright. Waste the paper towel when you could have used it to dry your hands after coming from someone else's house because of the big C. But that's okay. You use your paper towel. Okay. There we go. Or I could use my pastry brush, but I'm not gonna. Well, I'm gonna wash an extra dish when I got my hands. Okay, now we got this. I'm excited, you guys. Look at that. Look at it. Nom, 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 nom. I thought I wasn't gonna use it all, but I am. I said to myself, we're not gonna use it all. We'll add some to our cream and no wheat and have that as a breakfast side or whatever. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and add it here. All right, so I'll be back. I'm going to add the butter to the crumble or to the flour mixture, and I'll be back. All right, so now we're gonna add a tablespoon of granulated erythritol. 1. Let's go for 2. There we go. And we have the cinnamon already in there. We've got 1 tablespoon of butter already. We're gonna add the other tablespoon. And then we're going to just bring it together. Okay? Now, if you have to adjust, don't worry about it. That's just you cooking, as one of my favorite YouTubers says. That's just the way it is. You're just cooking. So, let me see here. Alright. Shout out to John from Food Wishes. He's like one of my favorites. The producer looked at me like, aren't you going to say his name and give him props? Haven't you watched him for years upon years upon years upon years upon years upon years upon years? Yes. John from foodwishes.com. And if you guys know him, it's John from foodwishes.com with love him. All right. So if you check this out, that's 100 grams of all-purpose flour. And you're like, you keep talking about this all-purpose flour. What are you talking about? It's on my blog post, folks. It's on the blog post. So check out the blog. I'll link it with that recipe. It's very simple. And it makes for great things. Pancakes, 90-second bread. All right, so now we're going to sprinkle this on top. You're like, hey, that's not really crumbly. That's not thick or anything. Yeah, well, you add as much butter as you want, and I'll add as much butter as I want. You mind your macros, and I will mind my macros. Mind your own macros, folks. Now, does that mean... I know I always say that when I'm going overboard on stuff, but I don't always go overboard on stuff. It's not like an excuse for me to eat or eat as much as I want. I'm serious. You guys gotta mind your own macros. Watch out. See what's up. Check out what's going on for you. And check your all-purpose season, your flour, and make sure that you even like it before you go and throw it all over everything like I just did. Perfect. See, that was luck.
Lucky charm!
Alright. So, here we go. Prima. Lekker. Prima. Okay. Now, since this is geweldig and klaar, we're going to set it in the oven to bake. For how long? Tell it's brown crispy on top, but give it about 20 minutes. Okay, but don't forget almond flour crisps up and browns faster than normal flour does. So we're gonna keep an eye on it, and also don't forget that I have a convection oven, so I have to move a little bit faster than maybe you all do. So with that being said, we're gonna take it to the oven at 100. For me, I have it at 150 degrees Celsius, and y'all can go for 325. Okay. All right. We're gonna set it in there. I'll see you after this all baked and cooled down and ready to taste. Okay, so this has been cooling. We pulled it out of the oven. If you have a convection oven, you need to leave it where it is. If you have a regular gas oven and you're still using Celsius, you can put it at 175 and you'll be all right. Still 20 minutes, no more than 20 minutes. Also, if you are using a regular, if you're using Fahrenheit, use 325. Look how beautiful it is. It's not too dark. It's just right. Firm, not too firm. If I'm honest, I like things a little bit on the crunchier side, but you could always adjust that by adding chopped pecans or something to the mix. Pecans? What do we got? Butter pecan. Yeah, pecans to the mix, and then that'll give it a little bit more crunch. But we're going for basic deliciousness with the minor things that you have. Leftovers. You saw the leftovers of my all-purpose flour. You saw the leftovers of my zucchini or courgette, and now you have a delicious dessert that you can enjoy. So now that we have this, it's cool. You can see I'm holding it. It's been cool for 30 minutes. Let's go over to the handy dandy workstation and scoop some out and let's eat it. Okay? I didn't make any vanilla ice cream. If you made some vanilla ice cream, share. Alright, serving size, you're going to have to mind your own macros. I would say, this is not dessert. I'm just dividing it a little bit. Let me see here. I would say nine modest portions, okay? If you don't want to be modest, don't be. But 9 modest portions. So I'm going to scoop this out.
Oh, it just looks like a bite.
Did you hear her? It just looks like a bite. Alright, you can make it 6 happy portions instead of modest. I guess we don't all have to be modest. But check that out. Look at that gooiness that extends out. You got to get a close-up of this because this is nice. Gooey, like apple goo. You see that? In any case, alright, I'll stop playing. 6 modest portions. 6 happy portions. 9 modest portions. So let's give it a taste. I mean, it is still breakfast, so it's still breakfast time. It's barely 11:15. So y'all, this is good, man. For more crunch, chop up some pecans or something and add it in there just to give it a little more crunch. If you want to get a little more, if you have everything available and you haven't ran out, then you can just load the mess up. You can double the amount of, for example, crust. But like I said, we're working on leftovers. Leftover zucchini from the zucchini pasta that we made, for example. Leftover all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour. My recipe blog. And man, this stuff is good. It's good. Okay, now this is all mine because as you can see, there's a full pan. So everybody else will be able to taste their own. But I just want to let you guys know that this is delicious. And don't forget, that's a salivating producer. Don't forget to mind your own macros. Do the count. See if it's worth it to you. If it's not worth it, don't do it. You don't want to make yourself feel guilty over something that's supposed to be nice. This is supposed to be nice. You're treating yourself, okay? You're treating yourself the healthy way. You're not going out there to the famous bakery that you love. All right, one more bite. So, all that rambling aside, enjoy your food. Do not forget to mind your own macros. Also, like, subscribe, follow, share. Don't let this go to waste. Don't be the only one being able to enjoy something delicious at a low carb, low cost price. I'm not talking about the price of money. I'm talking about the cost of your mental health. You don't have to feel guilty for eating something delicious, especially when it's keto approved. Even if it's not keto approved, if it's home approved, do it. All right. Thanks so much for coming to the Lucky Stove. If you want it crunchier and you only have a little bit of stuff, just leave it in there a little bit longer. In any case, thank you for joining me again at the Lucky Stove. May your stove bring you luck or a coupon, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!
Okay, guys, don't forget to comment down below. Guys? Guys? Guys?